They're worried about their health.
Sure.
But people support Ugandan music, and they would come, even if they came and you have 4 moving lights only, and the sound is good, and there are no screens.
They can enjoy
not
the
going
show.
to turn back. You know, so we are focusing on the wrong things.
Julius, does that bring us to a point whereby Serena shows are getting full, they are more expensive, and cricket oval shows of 20K are not getting full?
What's the question, Kat?
Have you noticed like shows you're doing at Serena, which also have like a high pay, get filled up, and shows that at cricket oval, abantu befulanga batamanyi mutezibaayo.
But also, Kat, I think we need to also stop celebrating Serena. Like, Serena is such a small thing. You know, Serena is 1,200 people. It's a small school. So this thing of I sold out Serena, so it's a big deal. Guys, everyone sells out Serena. Everyone is selling out Serena. Like if you fail to sell out Serena, you fail to sell out a small school. It's 1,200 people.
Wow.
So I don't think that should be the benchmark of shows or success.
Julius.
Yes, sir.
They say you sell out Serena. It depends on how much people have paid at the entrance.
You're right. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point.
Okay, the money,
That's a good point.
money is made, but
effort
effort
not
is
made a
less.
statement. Yeah.
Yeah, but also how far can you push the price? Because sometimes ogenda kuleta fani wa DJ Roger and 60 watt. Omugambe nti emitwala ana. Wajja ofuna tebajja kuba fani abatuufu aba DJ Roger.
Abaroja basente mmeka nekyo
DJ Roger ina fan nga wa campus. DJ Roger ina fan nga young corporate yakafuna omulimu.
True, kyogerako.
Yeah, yakafuna omulimu tagenda teka mitwala 5 mu show off almost half their salary, you know.
It's impossible.
But you want your fan base, your fandom to
Your
be
real fan.
at your shows. Yeah.
Julius, I want to lift this a bit higher now. Let's go into the general industry. You were the person who was behind the Uma Ngetandika. These days you're so quiet, you know, you distance yourself from all these things.
Yafuka businessman.
Attention wo birabe bigenda maso bya copyright.
Ayagala wali sente.
Abera biraba Julius.
Wabyesonyiwa obaba akutamba simanyi, but what are you observing? Are you happy for the growth? Are you happy for the organization that Eddie is doing? Let me get your
Are you
insight.
actually following up what is really happening?
Especially on the copyright law.
I actually want to give a lot of credit to Eddie and the team, even Cindy, all the guys at the leadership guys. That job is not easy. Like Cindy on the Uma side has really done well. Leading musicians, that's a crazy word.
Yes.
It's madness. Kenzo has also done his part. Like everyone has tried. Everyone is doing well. I mean, they are doing what I couldn't do. So I cannot even criticize them. Like I couldn't do it for that long. So I can only give them credit. That's all I can give them.
That's a political
I know
answer.
shortcomings, but I just give them credit. That's what they've done.
That's a political answer, but thank you.
You know, after 5 to 9
I actually mean it.
Hey.
Douglas, no, I'm not afraid to say what I want to say if I have to say it.
Okay.
That one I mean it.
Okay. What can they do better?
They need to cry less. I think they are crying. Musicians are crying a little too much. I think we need, this whole begging thing and crying, I think is not working. The fans don't relate with that because I see people in copyright wars. You know, copyright. And then you ask him, when was the last time you were in studio? So if you get the law how you want it, do you think it's going to pay you because you've sung before in the past, 20 years ago? It's going to pay people that have music, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you don't have a product market, what are you doing in that fight? That's not your fight. So I see a lot of that. I think we need to do more. I think the musicians need to be in studio more. They need to put out the art more. Then the managers also now need to find a way to commercialize and let them fight those wars. You know, I know Shaka keeps saying this thing, and musicians must stick to art something. There's a line that Shaka uses a lot. And there's truth to that.
Yeah.
But I think because the copyright law is there, but it's not favorable, maybe it's not the way it is. But I don't think it's going to solve a lot of problems. You need the work first. You need to have the music. The orders opened up. So you're not competing. You're not competing with Eddie Kenzo and Lutalo and Winnie Nwaji. No. You did with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
You're competing with the world. And that means you need to have a product. I don't think musicians are spending enough time to improve the product itself that they are fighting for. The fight is good, and they should continue it. And I credit Eddie and the teams on what they are doing. But once they've delivered the results, I don't think the beneficiaries are the people in the fight.
Okay, just like 2-3 minutes, you've been crossed over to Sanyuka. We need a bite of what happened to Roast and Rhyme in Luganda.
Uganda, yeah.
Just like in 2-3 minutes for Sanyuka audience.
Nange yamubuuza ekibuuzo kyange kyannagenda.
Era gwe twategedde
Okay,
oyagala
so
Luganda.
Roast and Rhyme, let me first define Roast and Rhyme. Roast and Rhyme, the biggest stage for Ugandan music. The only stage is singa nene, sibu nene mu size. A platform ewa abayimbi be Uganda, omukisa yo teleeta abayimbi bali international, ekosa abanna Uganda ekikoze emirundi 22. Naye omulundi ogwa-23 twagipostponinze lwansonga nti venue awabeera the biggest celebration of Ugandan music sifa abawuningawo. So banyini venue eyo, banyini kifo ekyo balinamu obuzibu n'abantu ndowooza abalala abagamba nti nabo bakirinako obukwate. Kati mu kulwanagana okwo babawa court order gye tutamanya banga ndowooza emabega. Tutuuka ku lunaku olusembayo nga batugamba meanwhile tulinawo eno situation. Ekiro ng'enkya ye event. Kati ne tugiraga ne tuyogera ne police. Police negamba nti order nga weeri kizibu n'okudeployingawo security, tebakirizibwa kuteekawo security kudifyinga police order. For decision ne tubeerera nnyangu nti bwe tuba tetulina security y'abantu be tuleeta ate ng'eno show abantu badde baguze ticket nnyingi okusinga ze twali tutunzeeko. Tugenda bana abantu bangi naye bwe tuba tetusobola garantinga security yaabwe. Wakiri show tugisazaamu okusinga okuba nti ate tudiiringa n'ono baamukubye ekikonde ate kifeesi yayingidde etuga wakiri tusooke tukiwummuzeemu either tufune ekifo ekirala oba twesortinge. Shene ebadde ejja kubaawo tusandeddako naye tuli mu kisiibo naye tugenda kulanga olunaku ki lwegenda okubaawo as soon as ekisiibo kiggwa abantu tugenda kubawa shi esinga ne kitwabadde tutegese. Ate buli muntu eyaguze tiketi ye agisigaze eri valid era tugenda muwa n'eyokubiri tugenda kuwaako na addition olw'okuba twabakaluubirizaamu abantu.
Okay.
Kya Roast and Rhyme.
Julius nga tonnagenda. Roger Sokolindeko, Julius nga tonnagenda. You're the highest person ku Swangz Avenue. You're the team leader. Winnie Nwaji akyaliyo oba taliyo?
Winnie Nwaji akyali ku Swangz. Akyaliyo Winnie tukola naye mu ngeri za njawulo. Winnie to distributing a music we. Winnie to mu bookinga. Winnie to managing endorsement ze. Tuko aspects nyingi zibeera mu kumanaginga abayimbi. So but those aspects keep changing over time. Era tulina abayimbi tulina kale muyimbi nga Irene Nambiru for instance waliwo aspects ze tamanaginga over career. Waliwo ze tumanaginga. So ezo olumu muzisikayo olumu ne muzizeewo omuyimbi olumu ne mukwata endala. So waya olugambo luno lwa Winnie Nwaji lubaawo buli mwaka Douglas nabo lumanyi buli mwaka obawo emboozi ya Winnie ava ku Swangz Winnie ava ku Swangz. Kati twagimanyiira tekidda namu. Naye lumu era bajjako maybe nga kituufu naye tuli babuulira kiba kikoze ekye but Winnie akyali ku Swangz walibaawo ekikyukamu era abantu tujja bamanyisa. However Swangz eri kuyita mu kyukakyuka nnyingi essaawa eno. There's many changes that are happening right now in terms of structuring because we've mentioned before. We are opening new markets. We'll be announcing an artist in Tanzania soon, and many other things. So that means the way we operated before cannot be the same way we operate when we're on the continent. So that means we have to get in a new structure, new teams. What does that mean? There's a lot of things that will change. Maybe bookings. You'll find that maybe some artists we shall not be booking them anymore, and they will have a different booking team, maybe even outside of Swangz. And those announcements will be made. Or some musicians will be just doing licensing or distribution. So there's going to be a lot of changes. Together, we'll just positioning to service the fan bases better, to service the fans better. Together, so, but when there is change, usually, of course, there are rumors. I've had one that we fired all the artist managers. We've asked them to reapply for their jobs. True, there are changes, but we haven't fired anyone yet.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Roger,
lastly, nga tugenda.
Kibuze kyange era kiri tekirula nnyo ku kya Winnie Nwaji. I think Julius simanyi obogera kiddamu nti crutch abayimbi bo aba Swangz bali bakutya compared to abayimbi basayininga nti ono manager asayininga omuyimbi nava ne mu campaign n'agenda ng'akimanya ali under contract n'ava obi n'agenda bugenzi gwokwesa baloya kisebo So bado chibogosa abayimbi bebatatya because it has happened to me when I under contract ngachimanyi contract ajina and it's 10 years maybe never muka ngagenda like natane music ngatamanyi is it literacy ignorance is kitegeera gokweza kisebo
it's difficult to speak for the other people, so I don't know what they do that we don't do. Me, I can only speak to what we do. It's our practices, I think, are very fair. Our operations are very transparent. Our contracts are not, unfair contracts. We give very, very fair contracts. To a point, most of our musicians, when their contracts run out, sometimes we forget. Then they come and like, guys, why aren't we renewing my contract? Is there a problem? And we just didn't take note of it. But what does that tell you? Is we give very fair contracts in our dealings. For us, we have a policy. If a contract is bad or if it's unfair, that person is going to realize that sooner or later that they got a bad deal. And the relationship starts to go south at that point. So we encourage them. We don't sign artists, and we encourage them. We don't sign artists before they consult with their lawyers and families. We even give them time, go consult, but we make it as fair as we can. So I think it's fairness on our side and transparency. I don't know if other people are doing it or not, but I can only speak to what we do as a business. We will try to be as transparent and as structured as possible.
Julius, thank you so much for your time. Yeah.
You're welcome, guys.
Have a lovely evening.
By the Julius, Roger is in USA, just in case.
Don't forget about that.
He's not here.
Have you guys coming for Trace?
Hey, Tracy.
Zanzibar. Watu arabani na fetutwale. We have no problem.
Yeah, you can invite the whole crew.
Bachalibo tutwale.
Tracy yange banange. Nange bampise wisi.
Kale, thank you, Jomas.
Alenga Julius
Zanzibar tukwinako ennugu naye
nenga Julius buno buntu obusobola.
By the way, Julius, tell us more about Trace. Tell us more about Trace, please. Julius, a bit more about Trace.
Yes.
Give us more details about the Trace.
Brief about Trace Awards.
The Trace Awards.
Okay, so we are here for two things. One, Buzz Tanzania is involved in some of the production work at Trace. Is supporting the Portuguese and South African production teams on a few things. But also here, in my capacity, I'm also giving a presentation tomorrow at the summit as part of a panel conversation as well. On how musicians on the African continent can commercialize their craft and make money of their streams. So we're having almost everyone in the business, Universal, Sony, Mavins, the Tegas, Rema is there.
Swangz.
Everyone, the African continent on music is there already. So yeah, that's what we're doing in Zanzibar.
Wow, well done.
Beautiful
Sounds big,
stuff,
Well done. Thank you so much, Julius. Yeah. You inspire all of
guys.
us. You inspire all of us.
Thank
Keep
you for
shining,
representing.
man. Thank you for representing. Let's run a break, ladies and gentlemen. When we return, over Pastor Sempa to Amufunye.